今日最後一條，右手邊前排近中間呢位女記者。
唔該，有線 cable 嘅，想問下區議員宣誓方面啦，有報道話初選借過票站嘅區議員啦會被 DQ 啦，其實係咪真嘅呢？如果係真嘅話，係咪針對緊個民主黨呢？仲點樣說服到人選立法會呢？同埋梁振英都講過啦，同內地通關唔係谷心嘅誘因啦，係咪因為有人唔想通關啦？打針唔可以任之由之啊，咁即係唔打針係咪要付出代價咧？你又認唔認同呢？第二，最後尾個題係有消息話咧，鏗鏘集有一集係訪問保釣人士羅就啦，咁播國歌嘅時候咧就流眼淚啦。咁話律政司研究會唔會觸犯咗國歌法啦？咁係咪真係要告節目嘅團隊咧？高層出街之前有冇審視咧？要交由外判係咪真係管理上面係好唔理想咁樣咧？
三個問題，第一咧就係當嗰條相關嘅法例通過之後咧，我哋係要落實執行嘅嚇。特別喺落實執行方面咧，係要處理現職嘅區議員嘅宣誓問題，因為早前咧區議員係喺基本法104條下邊咧冇明文規定咧係要宣誓，但喺國安法通過之後咧，公職人員係需要宣誓，而區議員咧係肯定咧係屬於公職人員嘅。咁所以而家我哋正係要處理即係宣誓嘅安排嚇。我只係要處理宣誓嘅安排，因為宣誓嘅內容、宣誓嘅模式點樣係滿足到宣誓嘅要求，點樣係叫莊重地、真誠地宣誓，喺條條例裏邊已經寫得好清楚嚇，有負面清單，有正面清單嚇。點解要再等一段時間呢？就係每日都仲有現任區議員辭職嚇，咁啊索性咧就係等嗰個情況稍為穩定之後咧，我哋先安排有關嘅宣誓工作。但係呢個宣誓工作係必須會進行嘅。第二咧就係我頭先已經講咗啦，接種疫苗係有好多好處嘅。呢個唔係淨係香港自己提出，全世界都係講緊呢樣嘢。最近開緊世衛嘅年度嘅會議，咁聯合國秘書長嘅發言裏邊咧，亦都係強調咧，各國要共同努力去盡快即係俾全世界都享有到呢個疫苗啦，而亦都係要幫助各地嘅人民咧可以接種到疫苗，咁先能夠可以有機會咧徹底解決今次已經係即係嚴重影響緊全球經濟同埋公共衛生嘅新冠疫情啦。第三咧就係港台佢自己有個總編輯嘅嚇，咁所以總編輯喺按住港台同香港特區政府同港管簽訂嘅約章裏邊咧，就會行使佢作為總編輯嘅職能。我喺呢度咧冇任何嘢需要補充，多謝大家。
下一條提問，右手邊後排第二位女記者。
Good morning. Two questions from China Daily Hong Kong. The first one, can you share with us how have the Guangdong authority responded to the recent pandemic control in Hong Kong during maybe your latest interaction on the issue, including the low number of the local cases and the latest vaccination rate? Do they also acknowledge they are the directions for Hong Kong to achieve quarantine-free travel with the mainland? The second question is, what's your response to a report based on American Chamber survey that Hong Kong's allure to the international business company is fading because the city's political environment and COVID-19 restrictions? So what are the policies is the government offering to attract and retain global professionals in the upcoming new environment created by the national security law and electoral reform? Thank you.
As far as our joint efforts in combating COVID-19 with Guangdong, I would say that we are working very closely. As you may realize, on the 14th of May, despite the restrictions on travel, I myself and Guangdong Governor Ma Xingrui, we held a virtual high-level meeting to discuss a range of subjects, including, of course, this COVID-19 control. We have also put in place special arrangements to facilitate cross-boundary cargo truck drivers since the first day of COVID-19, so as to ensure that the flow of goods and daily necessities to Hong Kong will not be disrupted. So I would say that we are working very closely. We have very frequent communications on how we could do better. I would also say that Guangdong, like ourselves, are also very keen to be able to resume some normal travel as soon as possible, because there are so many Hong Kong businesses in Guangdong province, and many of them have not been to their factories or their businesses for a very long time. Let alone, we also have a very large number of Hong Kong students living in Shenzhen who have come to Hong Kong to school. So we will continue to work with Guangdong on various aspects as far as the epidemic control is concerned. Now, the second question about surveys or business surveys carried out by individual chambers in Hong Kong. Of course, we look at the survey results. They may provide some reference for us. But at the end of the day, one has to look at what is actually happening on the ground. What is actually happening on the ground is, according to our latest survey, we have 9,000 mainland and overseas companies based in Hong Kong, including many of them which are using Hong Kong as regional headquarters and regional offices. We have not seen any significant outflow of capital. The securities markets are doing very well. The banking sector is very stable. And generally, life goes on. I have been meeting with business chambers, both based in Hong Kong and also overseas, through webinars in the past 2 months. And generally, the initial concern and anxiety about the national security legislation have subsided. And the first and foremost topic raised by my business counterparts was the Greater Bay Area. How could we go into the Greater Bay Area? How could we make use of the support measures for Hong Kong under the 14th Five-Year Plan in order to grow our business? What more favorable policies would there be from the central government in order to facilitate the free flow of goods, capital, people, data between Hong Kong and the Greater Bay Area mainland cities? So these are the general sentiments that we have received from the business community at large. So I would not put too much emphasis on a particular survey, especially it may be survey just about the sentiments of individuals rather than looking into the business investment behavior of companies based in Hong Kong or companies which still aspire to come to Hong Kong. And if you will allow me to say, if you notice, last week we have a very important international arts fair in Hong Kong, Art Basel 2021. And it has attracted a lot of attention, again, locally and overseas. And I read from newspapers, by the way, it's a Western media newspaper, that the sales at this arts fair were very strong. So this is also a very clear indication of the strength of Hong Kong, not only on the international financial side, but also on the arts and cultural front, which is why in the 14th Five-Year Plan, the central authorities have given us this mandate to develop Hong Kong into a hub for cultural exchanges. Thank you.